Welcome to Columbia 47.
Hello, I'm Rythian, and this is Hitman. This is the Silent Assassin suit-only video for Columbia, and this one took me a while to figure out. The issue I had in this particular run was mainly me screwing up in the stupidest way, but, you know, we'll see that as we go. I want to start out by killing Andrea Martinez, mainly honestly because she's the closest. That's pretty much it. And I like to sort of just take her out so I have it over and done with. So I don't have to go back here immediately. She's also pretty easy. All you really need to do is cause distraction and then shoot her from outside. So this is what we're gonna do. I kind of wish you could just skip climbing on that thing and just go around it, but whatever, as long as you get around there. Classic sync overflow, one of the most useful distractions really in the game. Guard number 1 is gonna have to notice that there's too much water in the bathroom and fix it.
I can't wait for this thing to be done.
Which is always super helpful. Now, NPCs in Hitman 2 can see you in the mirror, so it's always useful to stay crouched and go for the grab as soon as you can. One of the mistakes I keep making, well, I used to, until I beat myself into the head often enough, is to remember to pick up the guns. Sometimes I just forget to leave them there and the NPCs just find them and, well, that causes problems. It's actually really useful sometimes, because if they find it, they have to go give it to someone and they leave. They tend to leave for a long time. Can be quite useful. I want the sink to remain overflowing. And then we can grab the attention of Martinez's assistant. Now, in retrospect, I probably should have just knocked her out as well. I mean, we had room in the little box. But I was worried that she would leave and I wouldn't have
Martinez is
time.
down. Good work.
Easy kill on her, silence pistol, no big deal. And thankfully I can just dump her body right here. Good times. So now all I need to do is wait. And then leave. The only problem is that, well, waiting ends up being a lot longer than planned. Because now, she just stays there. She is assuming that Martinez is coming any second now. And just stays there. So after waiting for a couple of minutes, realizing she's not actually going anywhere, I end up trying to find another way out. And I think this is where things really start screwing up. It's an easy enough path to go for. But here, that thing, that little camera. I should have shot it. I should have... I mean, you can shoot it. Like, the guy goes like, what was that sound? But like, he doesn't see you. And you can chill for a bit, then you're out, and you won't get seen by the camera. I figured, no big deal. I've been seen by camera. I can go find the recordings later on, delete it. It's fine. We can still get Silent Assassin suit only. No big deal. Well, we'll see how that goes. Either way, like, so now you have two options. Either you can go straight into Rico, or you take out Jorge Franco. And I think either could work. I tried Rico for a bit, but it ended up sort of working out okay to take Franco, so I'm trying to grab him first. I like dealing with Franco a bit because it's such an interesting area, and I think this is the first level that really feels very different than the original Hitman, or I say the original, but like Hitman 1, Hitman 2016, whatever we're gonna call it, because it's so much hiding in foliage. Like, that was a mechanic that didn't exist in Hitman 1. And that's part of why when you replay the Hitman 1 levels in Hitman 2, they've added a lot of foliage to a lot of levels. You just flat out couldn't do something like this. Sneak around in the foliage before. And I quite like that, because before Hitman basically relied on hiding in plain sight or just completely out of line of sight. Now you can sort of blend in. You can blend in with the crowd, or you can blend in with the terrain. And that adds extra sneakiness, and that's always a good thing. Also, it's crazy actually how brazen you can be at times. Now granted, this isn't on master difficulty, but it is on professional. So it's not like they're all, which is like normal difficulty or whatever you want to call it.
Christ's sake.
So while you run around here, they can hear you. Particularly if you like crouch run, like I'm doing here. There are multiple buildings here that Franco keeps moving around to. And there's options to take him out in either one, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy will keep following me the entire time. I tried to run around and get rid of him for a while. It just wouldn't work. So, like circle around and wait. You just have to end up running all the way over here. Ideally, I wouldn't have attracted noise from him in the first place. But honestly, just distance is better. Trying to stay in the same area, he'll keep just coming after me, basically. This always feels so scary. But what works here is that you stay hidden for most of the time, and you're only visible for like a second. And as long as people aren't looking straight at you, you're fine. And even if they kind of see you, you always have a little bit of a grace period before you actually get seen. It's a fun little way of taking him out with the mission stories, but obviously we're tryharding now. Silent assassin suit only. Which makes this room the best, I think. Because it's one of the few places he goes in alone. Now, there's already a dude in there, so you know, just get rid of the dude. And much like the sink, you just break the air conditioning. The key I found for these is usually you want to wait until they're fixed.
Now, stay on, okay?
And then grab them. Because if you grab them before they're fixed, they'll still be broken. So they'll still attract noise and attention from people. Again, I thought that was a gun at first. It's like, oh, he dropped something. But it was actually the key, which is handy. Because it is faster, a lot faster, to open a door with a key rather than a lockpick. Again, another camera that sees me right there, but at this point I don't care because I know I've already been seen. You gotta stay crouched in this place, because it's a bunch of people looking through. But at this point it's pretty much just chill and wait for Jorge Franco. And he takes a while. So, you know, just chill. But soon enough, here he is. He's gonna go and talk to someone on his shortwave radio. I found it works best to take him out before he starts talking. There was always issues if I tried to wait for too long or sneak up and grab him. Silent pistol to the head as soon as possible, as soon as no one sees him. Worked out the best. Grab the keycard, but I honestly don't really end up using it. So Rico's the one left now, so all I need to do now is really get to the little mansion villa area. Which is trickier than it looks, but generally I just need to wait. And wait. And wait and wait and wait. Honestly, one of the main things to learn if you want to try to go for all the non-story stuff, because the mission stories are generally pretty easy, that's the entire point. It kind of guides you to where you want to go in a funny, cool way that is, you know, worth doing. But if you want to get the real challenges on you, like, yeah, it's silent assassin suit only stuff. That's the real sneakiness. And the main thing you will need to learn there is wait. You need to be really patient, just wait and sit and watch and learn all the patrols and stuff. It takes time to prep. I mean, you could just look it up, I guess, but you know. Takes away a bit of the experience. Not that I'm saying I never look tips up, of course I do, but you know. This baseball, by the way, I picked up this just randomly, doing like this might be handy. Yeah, it turned out pretty handy. This is scary because there's a lot of people there. However, most of them do keep their back turned against you. That's Rico's wife. She patrols and can be annoying. This is just pure timing. You need to make sure that the maid is faced the other way while he turns around. There's a few different ways you can try to take him out here as he steps into the room. Obviously, there's a problem. There are 2 witnesses. I figured he's the one that's closest. If I make a sound, he'll come and see me. Easy peasy. Yeah, no such luck. I guess he's a rich man. He's gonna let his staff do all the work for him. So at this point, I'm thinking he's gonna leave and I will have lost my chance. I gotta be quick about this. But he is practicing his speech. So I'm thinking, alright, I'll deal with this guy. Again, crouch and be quick. If you walk over there, he sees you through the mirror, you're screwed. The only downside of putting him in the closet here is that you can no longer hide there once there's a corpse. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, at least. And now I was like, surely he's gonna come see you now. No, the maid. Apparently he just really doesn't give a shit. So now the option was like, take out the maid and then take out Rico. And then I see him moving, so I'm like, I gotta get to hell. And baseball for the win. Babe Ruth, baby. I was so sure that someone was gonna walk around and see me carrying the body. But I ended up being pretty lucky, honestly. You cannot dump targets that you need to kill in a closet. They have to die first. If they're unconscious, you can't put them in there. Really, I should have killed them already, but I was worried that she was going to walk through the door here. But she actually takes the other path around, so... Snobbed! Snobbed is short for snowballed, which... I mean, it's a baseball, so... I don't know why I said that. Should have been... basebed. Anyway, snap his neck. Now this should be the easy part left.
Excellent work.
This is not too hard to make my way to an exit. With both people dead here, I can grab the speedboat key, easy peasy, get the hell out of here, or go wherever. But I've been seen by a camera, remember? So here's where the trouble begins. I think this part took longer than all the others. Killing the 3 of them took a bit. Figuring out how to find my way to the recording station and erase the recordings and get out of here without being seen in the suit on this level took longer. There's surprisingly few places. You'd think there'd be like one in the mansion, one in the villa, like one in the coke fields, but I only found like 2 from what I checked. So I don't know, man. There might be more that I just didn't find. I'm not gonna say I explored absolutely everywhere. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, though. This is nerve-wracking in general, just running across the entire garden. Crouching as well as I can, really. I tried for a while to sneak into the villa's ground floor here, but it's... There's guards absolutely everywhere. And I sort of was still trying to get around this side here, on the side of the villa. And kind of almost by accident, I realized I was getting seen. So I need to rush. And he's like seen something, but I'm not detected yet. And then I'm being seen from behind. It's like I have no option here. I've never been here before this run, and I find a secret door. It's like, what the hell is a secret door? But I figure I have to hide. But it doesn't react to anyone. And then a little picture-in-picture thing. I had no idea what it was, and then I walk over here. I recognize the area, and there's a secret door here. I swear to God, there's so many small, awesome details in these levels that you just don't get if you play it once. I know a lot of people play this. They play through each mission once and then leave. And they're like, oh, that was cool. I saw the story. I'm done. you see so much when you walk around and do all the challenges, all the mission stories, all the special stuff. Turns out like there was a path down to the submarine area this entire time. And obviously there's a lot of people here. These two are at least pretty easy, they were both looking the wrong way. But the next area is full of people. But luckily I don't need to actually go into the big submarine room. This is where the recordings are. And two people are busy watching TV, I only need to worry about this guy. I was a little bit worried here that anything I do would be too loud and I'd get screwed over. But in fact, I made sure, like, I didn't beat him with a baseball because I think that may have made a sound. Choking him out is quiet, and thank God. Evidence gone. Now, arguably, I could have left him here because the way the body things work, right, is that if you leave the mission before the body has been found, you're good. Like, you have time to go. But if the body were to be found when I'm running around later on, then it would have all been for nothing. In retrospect, I don't think maybe that exit is the best way I should have gone. Because coming up to the end here, I reach this little area that you go in when you're the hippie. And there's just two guards standing there. That's not the easiest way to deal with these necessarily here. I tried distracting a little bit and then choking out and stuff, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. And Babe Ruth is good at this shit.
Go.
I was so sure he was gonna hear this, but it's surprisingly quiet, so... Strike 2. I was hoping I could find a container or something to put them in, but they'll have to lie in the grass. Again, as long as the area is not where there's a patrol or anyone walking nearby and seeing stuff dropped, you're good. Grabbing the pistol, because you never know. And then I pretty much realize, we good? We good. And that is successful silent assassin suit only for Colombia. I really like this place. It was pretty fun, but I am looking forward to leaving it. There's still a mission story you haven't done, but I'll do that on my own. So for now, we're gonna move ahead to the next area, which I believe is Mumbai. Finishing this gave me quite a lot of experience, which also ended up putting me at level 20, so considering the area fully mastered and unlocked, it's time to move on. And I'll see you guys in Mumbai. Until then, goodbye.